Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here. My name is Nikita, and I'm here with my colleague, Karthik. And on behalf of the entire team at Moxtra, we're very excited to show you all our client engagement solutions built for the mobile era. Moxtra was founded in 2012, and we were actually built by some of the same people who built WebEx. That's because our co-founder and CEO, Subra Iyer, was the co-founder and CEO of WebEx as well. So when he built Moxtra, he really wanted to define business collaboration for the mobile era. We began focusing on financial services around 2.5 years ago when we won the award for the best client engagement tool at the Citi Mobile Challenge. Since then, we've actually gone ahead and deployed with Citibank in India, and we're also in the process of deploying with a number of other banks worldwide. Moxtra is built around a few key design points. Now, the first is that we're mobile-centric. When I say that, I mean that we're built to cater to the mobile working style. So if we notice and we look around the room today and we look around the world, we'll notice that the mobile device is at the center of everyone's lives. As a result, it's the primary point of communication. So for financial institutions to stay at the forefront of relevance to today's mobile customers, they need to be engaging with those customers via mobile channels. So as you can see here, what we have up is a digital demo, but I'm actually going to walk through and give you 2 more points. So the second point is that Moxtra is really built to accelerate unstructured document workflows. Now let's take an example between a client and a bank. And let's say this is in the process of digitally onboarding a prospect. Usually these conversations are supported by an exchange of content, whether that's a portfolio statement, an account opening form, and so on and so forth. So Moxtra is really built to accelerate the velocity of these types of workflows. And last but not least, Moxtra is highly modular, meaning that it's built to cater to a variety of levels of touch demanded by different client segments. So this is a little bit of background on Moxtra, and now we're going to dive into a live demo of the product, as I mentioned, as you're seeing up here, and we're going to look at a wealth management use case. Now this is a sample user story, and this is to give you all an idea of what Moxtra can do and some of the capabilities. Now, as you're seeing on the right-hand side, this is actually a mocked-up version of the bank's relationship manager portal, and we call this the Moxtra engagement platform. Now, the bank may have an existing portal that it wants to use, and if that's the case, Moxtra can directly embed inside of that portal. On the other hand, Moxtra can also provide a portal that's completely fit for the bank. On the left-hand side, you see that the client is using the bank's mobile banking application. And in this case, the client, Matthias Broner, now has access to something called the secure message inbox. This is Moxtra embedded inside the bank's application and fully delivered by Moxtra. And when he accesses the secure message inbox, what he can do is actually have access to a number of different conversation threads, one particularly which is a continuous conversation thread with his relationship manager. So now let's say Karthik is Matthias and he has some questions for his relationship manager about a portfolio statement. So he asks his relationship manager to send him the correct file. Now, the relationship manager can pull the correct file accordingly and send that over to him. Usually, we'd hook up to an existing document vault that the bank has, but in today's demo, we're just going to pull from the desktop. So now is really where you can see the next level of engagement kick in. These are our document collaboration features. The relationship manager and Matthias are able to collaborate over this content in really dynamic ways with rich annotation tools, a full e-signature capability suite that's built in, as well as even more powerful features like voice annotation integrations, where they can actually layer their voice over the content at hand, as Karthik will do now.
Thanks, Nikita. So hi, Relationship Manager. Thanks for sending this document over. I'm a little bit concerned about that section over here. Maybe we can jump on a call.
So as you saw, Karthik and Matthias not only got his voice picked up by that and everything he was speaking to on that content, but he was also using those rich annotation tools. And now all of that is recorded, put into a clip, saved in real time, and now at any point in time, the relationship manager can play back that content. And as you can see, this really increases the productivity of the relationship manager and the ways in which he can work with his customers. They're much more meaningful, dynamic ways, a lot more efficient, and as a result, he's able to get a lot more transactions done in a certain amount of time. Now, everything you've seen so far has been asynchronous collaboration, but sometimes there is a need for a real-time session. So let's say in this case, Matthias has some more questions about that portfolio statement and he wants to launch a call. He can actually do that from within the mobile banking application, and this real-time piece that you're seeing right now is fully delivered by Moxtra and is Moxtra embedded in. Now, let's say he has the basic capabilities of voice and video as Karthik is showing us right now. He and the relationship manager also have access to a number of more powerful capabilities, one being screen sharing. So let's say Matthias has some questions, wants to walk through something on his screen and vice versa. They also have access to more powerful things like sharing a file in real time. So let's say they want to work on that file that he had questions on, the portfolio statement. Now Matthias and the relationship manager can walk through that file in real time. So again, it's important to note how much this increases productivity, not just for the relationship manager, but for the customer as well. Finally, it's very important to note that Moxtra is built for regulated institutions. So everything you've seen so far is encrypted, timestamped, logged, tracked for a full audit trail for the bank. Additionally, Moxtra has a number of different customizable deployment options to fit the bank's regulatory requirements. So this can be an on-premise option, a private cloud option, and so on and so forth. So last but not least, there's a few key takeaways that are very important to note that we've noticed from the deployments we've done so far. The first one is that the operational efficiency on the bank side has significantly improved. This is because relationship managers are able to engage with a number of more customers much more efficiently and via digital channels, and as a result, they're essentially able to get a lot more business done. Now, on the client-facing side, we've noticed that there's a significant uptake in customer engagement. This is generally speaking because clients are much happier. They're able to engage with their banks in a lot more meaningful ways, and they're able to do it in ways that they're familiar with via mobile channels on their mobile device, which they're on a day-to-day basis. So overall, all in all, banks are happier, clients are happier. So thank you guys so much for your time today. We really appreciate you taking the time to stop by and listen to us. And if you have any further questions, please stop by our booth. We're located at the back of the hall, all the way at the back. So make your way down there when you can. Thank you so much.